Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Damon with LoanBidz.com. And in this segment, we're going to be talking about bait and switch lenders. You know what I'm talking about, those ones that give you a great deal and then everything changes. Stick with me. All right, we're here in 2021. 2020 is in the past. We're moving on. This is going to be an amazing year. So let's get to it. So we're going to talk a little bit today about bait and switch lenders. And you know what I'm talking about here. These are those ones that will tell you anything you want to hear to get you to move forward with them, start providing paperwork. And what I'm going to tell you is that a lot of lenders are perfectly legitimate. And, but sometimes, a salesperson is incented based upon the number of deals they close. And they figure if they can get you in and get the deal started, you'll stick with them even, if things aren't really as they described them when you originally talked. So we've got some recommendations here and things that we use here to make sure that that doesn't happen. So what I would tell you, the first thing to do is when they're quoted a certain set of terms, make sure it's a complete set. And what I'm talking about there is not only the loan amount, the rate, all of the fees, not just the origination fee, but all the lender fees, because many of them include a processing fee, an underwriting fee, some closing fees, some sort of things. So get a complete breakdown of the overall fees associated with the transaction. Also, another important thing is understanding the prepayment penalty. They vary widely in this particular space. For short-term loans, typically there are none, but for long-term loans, they can go for quite some time and be sometimes pretty punitive and really go against the strategy that you are trying to deploy in owning a property for a specific number of years. So with that, also, I would, the best you can, try to find out a little bit more about the lender. Are they a national lender? Are they a local lender? Are they really a lender? A lot of times brokers will disguise themselves as lenders, or they will be correspondent lenders, which means they're really just a broker doing a little bit more of the process, and the loan ultimately winds up with that true lender who will really underwrite it. So the questions you need to ask there is, who's actually making the decision, the underwriting decision I'm talking about. So in these particular cases, if you're working with someone that says they're a lender, but then they have to send it somewhere else to get it underwritten and approved, they'll call it the investor. Well, typically those particular lenders really don't have control over the decision process. So if you can find that out, that's somewhat important as well, to making sure that you have a smooth process, that you're working with the decision maker. So in those particular cases, also make sure that you understand that those initial quotes are based upon a lot of stated information. What I mean by that is you tell them what you think your FICO score is and what you think the value of the property is. So in those particular cases, those will ultimately come out and be realized in the process of the loan. So what will occur is there will be an appraisal. They will actually run the credit report. They'll, in many cases, the lender will run a background check. So then things may change a little bit. And you should try to find out from that lender, do they have FICO tiers? So is this quote that you have provided me, is it only good if my FICO is above 680 or 720 or 760? So again, try to find out where those tiers are so that you know if your deal is going to change if that score comes in a little bit lower. And I will tell you from a credit score standpoint, there are a number of services out there that are easily available that are doing a bit of a disservice. And what I mean by that is there are places you can go get a credit score, Credit Karma, that sort of thing. And those particular services use a different scoring model than the one used for mortgages. In mortgages, it's a tri-merge credit report where all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, are all merged into a single report. All three scores are provided, and most lenders will use the middle score of those three. So in this particular case, many of our clients get a negative surprise when they realize that Credit Karma score was 20, 30, 50 points higher than the score that came in when they actually ran the mortgage score with the lender. So be prepared for that a little bit. And there are certain companies such as ours that has a service where you can run a soft pull of the credit report and find out exactly where you are, so you know where your credit stands as you go and apply. So credit score is important. Also, it's a situation where a deal could change if the appraised amount comes in lower or higher. So in these particular cases, you may have a target that you want a certain amount of money out of the deal. You're doing a cash out, and you've got another property that you're looking to buy, and you need $100,000. So what can occur is that you may have enough equity in the property that you're taking cash out, but the LTV might change. So in a situation where you think all you need is 60% LTV in order to get your $100,000, if that appraisal comes in low, maybe now you're at 70 LTV, and the lender deal changes significantly when that occurs. So again, those are important things to know as you get into the lending process. But what I wanted to really focus on now is, I guess, what I would call bait and switch lenders. They really do a disservice to our industry because you get these fast talking young salespeople out there that are hungry, and they will provide a quote, a very loose quote, which is not based upon a lot of specific information that they've gotten to you. And they will throw out rates and fees and loan amounts, and they may not be as real as you hope they would be. So again, please make sure that you are working to get complete details from these bait and switch lenders, meaning a term sheet if you can. Term sheet that lays out not only the rate, the fees, but every detail, including the prepayment penalty. So ask for a term sheet. And also, you should also really make sure that the rate quote lines up with some of the other ones you may be receiving. So if it's something that is way better than something else that you've been quoted from a number of other lenders, chances are it might not be real. So I would test those top offers that you get, and make sure that you probe those offers with the lender, just to make sure that they are the real offers that you are looking for. So with that being said, also seek out a trusted advisor, whether it's our company or someone else that can help you, that has experience with these lenders, and can make sure that they are real, that has the information, that works with them all day, every day, and can assure that the deals that you're being quoted can actually come to fruition and close with the terms close to what you were quoted, or right on top of what you're quoted. Again, if your FICO score and LTV come in properly. So with that said, services like ours that do that work for you and do that screening might be helpful, and I hope that they are. And that's one of the values that we bring to our clients is, that certainty that particular offer is real. Again, if your credit score and your FICO scores come in, and in the case of rehab, your experience. But again, we know the factors associated with that. So whether it's our company or another, that you choose to get a trusted advisor who's got experience in this particular industry, I think that's really going to be important to you in 2021, to make sure that you're getting the best deal and that it's a situation where that deal that you're getting can actually close. So with that being said, LoanBidz.com can help support you in that. So give us a call at 636-552-4710 or simply go out to LoanBidz.com. Take 3 minutes, put in your loan request, and one of our account executives will get with you promptly. So with that, again, let's have a great 2021.